Hello YouTube, this is me, Waynisha Smith, and today we are doing a show review for the Shannara Chronicles. I said I was going to do a review on this show and give this show a chance, and I am. And by the way, this isn't better video quality, it's just regular video quality, but I'm just inside of my room. Apparently I gotta do this in my room. We have company over and I don't like doing my videos around other people. Now on to the review. The Shannara Chronicles, as I put it, I said I was going to give this show a shot. And I did. I gave this show a shot. And there were some good things in it. Excuse me. And there was some bad things in it. Now I'm going to start off with the good things in this show. Now the good thing in this show that they have is that a lot of people don't like elves. And I found that was good because in other lores of elves and stuff, people really don't like the elves. They think the elves are stuck up and think that they are better than everybody else. And I'm glad that they stuck to that thing. But another thing, we have half breeds, half humans, half elves. We have there's trolls and stuff. But let me talk to you about the review so far. I like the humans in it so far. I mean, I haven't seen that many humans, but the humans I have seen so far are good. They're straight. They're raiders. They're stealing. But that also made me feel bad about it a little bit. I'll get to that later. There's also the scenery that they shoot this in is just beautiful. This is very beautiful. I really feel like it's another world. And if you're wondering what I'm looking at my TV because a good commercial that I just came on. So anyway, moving on. I like the not just where they shot it at. I also like the fact that everybody's wearing horses. I like what people are wearing. They're not wearing just regular old back in the day outfits. They're wearing the 21st century clothing, from the hats to the outfits and stuff like that. I love the elves. I love how the elf soldiers look. I loved how they did that whole racing thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing the next week episode. And if I have to give this show a rating, I say this is a solid B-. It gets a B- for my gripes, what I didn't like about the show. What I didn't like about the show was this girl. She was just annoying to me. You could be a bad guy and not be annoying. You could be a bad guy and not be annoying. She's just annoying to me. She's just aggravating. I was like, let's just go anywhere else and not be with this girl. And this girl, unfortunately, is a human. I don't know if it was the acting. I felt like she acted well. I just didn't like her character. But then again, maybe a show's supposed to make you feel like that, but I just didn't like her character. You have characters in a show that you're like, you could do without. But she's not half as bad as the person she is working for. The person she is working for is a total fucking asshole. You have no likable qualities about him. He is just, you could tell where he's coming from. Like, he just wants to be in power, and he just wants to have control of everything, and he's just horrible. Like, God, we couldn't get a smart, evil human? One that's great. He's like, this girl's beautiful, but she ain't smart. Something like that. And it's just annoying to me. I'm like, can he just die already? And we move on to a different bad guy. Like I'm saying, everybody does a good acting job in this. I just don't like their two characters. Like, if there's nothing holding me to these characters. There's nothing holding me to these two bad characters and makes me like them. Usually when I'm watching a show and I'm looking at the bad guy, I'm like, okay, make me like you as a bad guy. Make me say that I want to keep you. And people are like, no, he's a bad guy. You're not supposed to like him or want him around. And I'm like, no. Because in Gotham, in the Batman universe, I don't care for the Joker at all. But when I was watching Gotham and I saw that Joker, he was completely bad, 24/7 evil. but there was nothing good about him. But yet I wanted to keep him around. I liked him. In fact, he was the only thing going good for Gotham. That's why. So you could have a bad character with no redeeming qualities, but you can still like them. And that's what it lacks. Now, moving on to the demons of this show. The demons of this show are great. I love them. They're evil, they're ugly, and I just feel that's great. Because the reason why I can't get into a lot of other shows like Lucifer is because they're glorifying the devil, make him look attractive, and it's true, the devil is attractive. It is attracting. It's said in the Bible, so they're keeping it straight, but they're making him redeemable, and the devil's just not redeemable. I can get on with people falling in love with monsters. I can get on people falling in love with somebody who's able to turn into a monster. I can get on with vampires. I can get on with werewolves. I can get on with shapeshifters. People falling for those type of things. But I cannot get on with people falling in love with demons and having sex with demons willingly. That's just not my thing. I draw the line in fantasy. And that's why I like the show, because the demons have no redeeming qualities. But for some reason, I like demons as the bad guys more than I like the two humans that are the bad guys. I don't know. Again, like I say, you don't have to have redeemable qualities to be a good bad guy and for me to want to keep you around. But at this point, I just want those two characters to just go. They're actually why the show has a B rating in my mind. It's just my opinion, but that's why they have a B rating for these two characters. If we can stay off of these two characters and move on with the world and the lore of the story, that would be great. Also, not just that, I would like to have some more human characters. Like almost everybody on the show is an elf. The main characters are elves, but only one human, and he's almost not like a human. He looks a human. He's a druid. Somebody tell me the difference between a druid and a human. Put it in the comments section down below. What's the difference between a druid and a human? So I'm counting him as a human. It's just one human. I would love it if it just be another girl human or a boy human. I don't care. Just another human in that group of elves. Okay? But if I can get a whole series seasons without humans and the druid's the only human, that's fine with me. Because that druid is awesome. He's another person that makes the show great. To be honest, without him, this show would be a C. Because the elves are not as... I like the elves. I like the acting. I like the great actings and stuff. But I'm just not as connected to them as I want to be. And that's what I like about the show. So this show get a B-. Watch the Shannara Chronicles. Enjoy it, people. It's a good show. I feel like it can grow into a better show. Just like Gotham is growing into a better show. So give this show a B-. And goodbye, everybody.